folks. It's the 17th of February. To the smartest, the most active, and one of the largest audiences in the world, thank you for coming. There is an alert out today. It's an emergency alert. The Los Angeles area is expected to get 12 inches of rain within the next 24 hours. Now, this is the country. Here's California, and we're going to focus in on Los Angeles. This is Los Angeles. It is a concrete jungle surrounded by hills that have been stripped by fires. Almost all of these fires were set. They were not done by natural causes. So what you have is you have barren hillsides that are going to rush water down into Los Angeles. Unbelievable. The rain is actually coming up over most of Northern California and into Nevada, Arizona, and Utah. You'll see that in a minute. It appears that we have three things going on. Number one, HAARP has been disabled. This is Meteo Earth. And as we have seen in the past, all of the storms have stopped at the California border. Until an amazing thing happened, and that was President Trump was elected, who came in with 122 executive orders. He came in with both fists up and both barrels loaded, and the media has not forgiven him for taking charge. The media has been in charge for years. They're no longer in charge. The mainstream media lies, and Trump doesn't like the lies. So apparently as he took office, HAARP has been disabled. And now there appears to be some kind of a storm here that's forcing rain all the way into here. And what we're going to see is as we go through the night and into tomorrow, huge flash flooding, especially down here in the Los Angeles area. Huge flash flooding. So there are three things occurring. First of all, HAARP has been disabled for the west coast of the United States. That's a good thing, right? But we have chemical trails all over the place in Los Angeles. Now, we don't know what these chemtrails are going to do. They were posted yesterday or the day before. We don't know what they're going to do, but we're looking at 12 inches of rain. 55th and the 60th Air Wing out of Travis and Omaha ought to be ashamed of themselves. Look at what they're doing to Los Angeles. The third thing is very important. Now that HAARP has been disabled, the air comes in and sweeps up. It's called an adiabatic air layer because as the hot air rises, the clouds form. Now that should draw the ocean water in. But for the last 40 years, we've been under some kind of weather modification system. So the fires in LA no longer draw on the wet, moist air to put them out. That's because the military wants LA to burn and flood. Remember, the Jesuits said the idea is to destroy America. So we should be having these cool, see the hot air rises, forms clouds, the clouds move to the east, and then you're supposed to have cool, moist air drawn in that then rains on the valleys. That's why the LA fires are so bad. They've been modified. So what we have now is we have 12 inches of rain that's going to hit LA, maybe 12 inches in the next 24 hours. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. These hills are like tinder, madrona. The leaves are covered with a waxy substance, so when a fire goes, it just runs on up there. And if they were smart, they would plant U.S. grasses in there because they sprout with a fire, and then they would cover the hillsides. But they don't. They just let the madrone come back. Now that's poor land management. Very poor land management. A hillside that looks like this is very, very, very poor land management. In the past, what they've done, and I've seen it, I've been there with Professor Ron Wakamoto, we burn strips out. So that every 10 years we burn the madrone down. It doesn't cause any soil erosion because we do it in strips. So, but what you're seeing here is an accumulation of 7 years of liberal, poor land management. They don't hire foresters, they hire based on affirmative action. This is the worst land management you can have for wildland fires. Plus we have the concrete jungles. So we have HAARP disabled, chemtrails all over the place, and hot, dry air rising in an adiabatic manner, causing oceanic air to be drawn into Los Angeles. What adiabatic means is hot air rises and expands, causing cooler air from the ocean to come in, and when it hits the mountains, it rises and rains. But this concrete jungle of Los Angeles, if you've ever been down there, either the land is compressed or the land is pure concrete. And what we're going to see is exactly what they're showing here, and we're not sure if we can get to it because there's so many ads. Apparently we can't get to it. What we're going to see is huge floods everywhere. Now, to sidetrack a little bit, here's the Oroville Dam. They want me to go there and look at their photos. The Oroville Dam spillway gave way. It's a cement dam that's supposed to have rebar in it that's backed with dirt. Okay, it's a cement dam. It's cement, not earthen. These reporters are lying. This spillway gave way. A little bit of the spillway broke out. Why did it break? Was it superheated from a satellite? Nobody's explaining why the cement gave way. And secondly, why are we not seeing any cement or rebar in the cement? Why do we not see chunks of rebar in the cement? Well, that makes me question whether or not the Corps of Engineers put rebar in that dam. And if it didn't, guess what has to be rebuilt? That's right. Guess what has to be inspected? Every dam built by the Corps of Engineers for rebar. Why don't we see rebar in that dam? Yeah. These are the questions we should be asking. Why did it break, and where is the rebar? Please pray that your family is protected in this coming flood, and please keep your pantry full. If the flash floods do occur across Southern California, then distribution networks will break down. What we're looking at is we're looking at this region being flooded, especially here. Half Moon Bay, that road washes away every 10 minutes, I swear. I used to live here for 20 years, and that road always washed away. So I-5 is the primary road in here, and then coming this way. But if we have flash floods across California, guess what? They're not going to be able to move food into Los Angeles. So that's why we sponsor food channels. Anyway, we want to thank you for coming, folks. Just be aware there is a flash flood warning in the Los Angeles area. Probably not a good time to fly in. It's a great time to buy storable food because while it's on your mind, do it. Didn't they have 50-degree weather and then 6 inches of snow in New Jersey 4 hours later? Which, until they got the snow plows out, the roads were blocked. We're going to see more strange weather. As the war between the elites heats up, or cools off in this case, and as the sun changes, which is not being talked about in the media. If you talk about it, they will cut your hits down from 300,000 to 10,000. There are certain things YouTube has blocked from you seeing. So this is a great time to buy storable food. Last night I took out some pasta primavera because the stuff we sponsor is so tasty. I added twice as much rice to it, chicken, peas, corn, seaweed, and Immucyst, which when you're cooking with dry food like noodles, it increases the hydration. I mean, the stuff, rather than rehydrating in 30 minutes, does it in 15 minutes. So 3 or 4 drops of Immucyst. And then rice to extend it, because I don't want to cook while my wife's gone. So I made one little pot of pasta primavera and added a whole bunch of rice. Anyway, we want to thank you for coming. God bless to each and every one of you. We appreciate you. You are making the difference, and pray that your family is ready for any emergency.